Okay, well, thank you very much mga kaibigan. Today is already Monday, Monday na 28th of April. And tuloy pa rin ang mga election dyan po, election campaign dyan po sa Pilipinas. Busy ang mga kandidato natin, mga senatorial candidates, congressmen, and mga iba-iba pang mga local positions po, no? Dyan sa Pilipinas, including ang mga party list po. Dahil sa May 12, pupunta ng mga Pilipino, they are going to vote for the new political leaders nila po, no? And hope everything will run smoothly, although na rinig natin na dami na mga insidente nangyari dyan po sa Pilipinas, related po, some are related with the election activities in the Philippines. And ingat-ingat lang tayo dyan. And of course, sa mga kaibigan natin dito po sa Malaysia, particularly dito po sa East Malaysia, sa Sabah, very specific dito sa Kota Kinabalu. Don't worry, I'm going to update you kung ano-ano man mga activities mayroon dyan po sa Pilipinas so that you will be properly informed. And of course, I just want to remind ang mga kababayan ko, dito sa Malaysia, doon po rin sa Pilipinas, as well as mga ibang qualified voters sa iba-ibang parte sa mundo, no? Mga Filipinos, vote according to your conscience, and let's make a very wise decision or choice para din yun po, para sa atin at saka sa mga anak natin po ang dyan sa beloved country natin, which we call the Republic of the Philippines. So today I'm going to touch a little bit on Zamboanga City, ang mga kandidato dyan po sa Zamboanga City, and I will also touch a little bit on some news regarding ang national issues natin. Now, talking about the national issues, nakita natin po for the past few days or during the weekends, nakita natin na si Inday Sara Duterte, who is campaigning for the kandidato ng tatay niya po, si Tatay Digong, who is presently under the custody or dyan po sa ICC or International Criminal Court or dyan sa Netherlands. Busy na si Inday Sara Duterte campaigning for the PDP Laban candidates. 10 yan po, 10 of them, no? And 10 plus 12 because Inday Sara Duterte, for your information, for those who still doesn't know, Inday Sara Duterte is the officially elected Vice President of the Philippines and the daughter of former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. So 10 from PDP Laban plus 2, and that is the endorsement of Inday Sara Duterte, si Congresswoman who is now eyeing for the post of Senator, si Congresswoman Camille Villar, as well as the super ate of our President, si Bongbong Marcos Jr., no? Si Senator Amy Marcos, who is a re-electionist. And of course, briefly, I know most of you already know this saying, that Amy Marcos has already left the team of his younger brother, si Bongbong, and now she is an independent candidate, although ang grupo ni Inday Sara Duterte, that includes ang mga supporters ni Inday Sara Duterte and Tatay Digong, is supporting ang candidacy of Amy Marcos as well as Camille Villar. And based on what we heard and what we saw and what was reported in the Philippines during the past few days, that survey shows that the Duterte candidates are picking up compared to the past few months po, no? Majority of them are already in the Magic 12, and of course, ang election poll results varies po, no? Depende who's doing the survey, depende who's doing the survey. Some are saying that karamihan steady pa din ang alyansa para bagong Pilipinas sa mga kandidato. And others are saying na bagsak na talaga ang mga kandidato ng Bongbong Marcos o Team Marcos. But anyway, as what I said earlier, and I keep on repeating, survey is only a survey. If you're not doing good in the survey, it means just reminding you to change your strategy. And in the event that you are doing good in the survey, then please don't be overconfident po. Continue and try to maintain whatever ranking you have or you are in the poll survey. So yun na po. The real survey will be on May 12. May 12 po. Media men, mga pulis, mga sundalo po, they are going to start voting today. I think for 3 days po. However, overseas Filipino workers or overseas Filipino voters, they are now, started voting since Palm Sunday, no? Since Palm Sunday, and it will go on until May 12. It will be simultaneous. The closing of the polls on May 12 will be simultaneously with the online voting that will be on May 12 at 7 p.m. After which, nandyan na po ang counting of ballots or counting of votes. And let's all hope that walang daya po during the counting. And we, all of us, try to do our best to monitor po so that our votes will not be wasted. Our voices will be properly heard. Kung sino man ang gusto natin, then dapat yon po. No? Hindi yon kung sino ang gusto natin tapos lumabas sa election ang ibang pangalan. So, let's be alert and make sure that should we see any irregularities, report it immediately to the nearest local authorities po dyan sa lugar ninyo. Sa lugar ninyo. Alright. Let me show you one video clip regarding the, as what I said in my title dito po sa vlogging ko today, April 28. Now, kahit saan po, pumunta si Sara Duterte, grabe ang mga tao dyan po. No? She will always have a very, very big crowd. No? And we have seen it in Tondo, Manila, dyan po sa Manila area, mga districts sa Manila, and other parts in the Philippines. Kagaya yun sa Pangasinan, sa Iloilo, for example. Ang dami po, no? Ang dami mga tao. I will show you a video clip po, what happened dyan po, or ang crowd dyan po sa Iloilo City po. Wherein nandyan po ang mga kandidato ng PDP Laban at saka si Sara Duterte po, no? And let me share you with this video clip po. And you see for yourself. Hindi ito po fake news. Kagaya mga ibang tao sabi, fake news daw ang mga vloggers. And I will make sure po, ang NikTok, the Real Talk with Nico, we don't give fake news sa mga kaibigan natin dito sa programa. Alright, here is the video clip.
Namin ginawa yung war on drugs para kami magkapera. Ginawa namin yun para may salba ang kinabukasan ng mga kabataan sa iligal na droga. Duterte! Duterte!
bilang presidente. Marami po ang nagbago.
Iboto naton PDP laban straight 10. Straight 10. Straight 10. Duterte. 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 Tulungan po ninyo ang Duterte. Vote straight Duterte.
Kung hindi rin po yung buong Duterte ang boboto nyo, okay lang po huwag nyo na ako iboto. Gusto ko po yung 10 dahil yan po ang madiin na pinili ni Tatay Digong. Duterte.
Marke, Marke, Patpong, Hiro sa Malabon, Mar, Goleta, Di, Boloy, Marke, Marke, Pat, Pato de la Rosa, Bong, Go, Marke, Marke, Patpong, Hinlo, Ro, Rodriguez, Sa, Salvador, Malabon, Mata, Lambino, Bundok. Tama ba yung ginawa nila? Tama ba?
Binigla tayong lahat.
Bakit nila ginawa yun? Takot sila. Kasi ang warriors ni Tatay Digong, ang PDP senatoriables, naboboto niyong straight.
Hindi na sila naawa sa matanda. Pagkatapos niyang binigay ang lahat ng kanyang buhay para sa Pilipinas, binigyan tayo ng magandang buhay, malayo sa problema sa krimen at droga, hindi tayo natatakot kahit saan tayo maglalakad. Pagkatapos yun ang ating kanyang binayad sa kanya, ibiyahe siya sa ibang bansa at ipagkanulo sa mga dayuhan. Sama namin Presidente, maraming salamat po sa inyo. Sana po hindi po kayo patay na ibalik dito. Dapat buhay po.
Kinakailangan po natin ng sapat na numero, ng sapat na bilang sa Senado upang ipagtanggol natin si Tatay Digong at si Vice President Inday Sara Duterte.
Malapit na ang Mayo 12. Pero ang sambayanang Pilipino nagdadalamhati kasi wala ang ating ama. Wala ang ating Tatay Digong.
Kaya kung gusto po natin talaga magkaroon ng continuity, yung masundan yung ginawa ng ating Pangulong Rodrigo Roa Duterte, huwag po nating hayaan na ma-impeach ang ating pangalawang Pangulo.
Alright, yun po. No? Yun ang kampanya sa Iloilo, ang PDP Laban candidates po. And ang daming tao, no? Ang daming tao. Everywhere, even sa Manila. No? Even sa Manila. Together with mayoral candidate, si Yorme Isko Moreno po, no? This last week. During the weekends, nakita natin po, grabe talaga. And nakita din natin si Inday Sara Duterte after getting a marching order from her father, si Tatay Digong, dyan po sa Netherlands or sa ICC po. Nakita natin na iba na talaga ngayon ang galaw ni Inday Sara Duterte. She is more on a attacking side. Aggressive siya sa kampanya. And she really wants that straight votes tayo po pagdating sa May 12 election. Sa May 12 election for many reasons. For many reasons. Kailangan, one of the reasons is that para wala ng problema si Inday Sara Duterte din po sa impeachment trial niya scheduled on July 30 po. Because this impeachment trial is a political maneuver and it is a game of numbers, no? Hindi yun dahil po sa mga ebidensya or ano, pagdating sa end of the trial, they are going to vote kung sino mas maraming boto po for impeachment ba or to find her guilty po, then yun po manalo. So if you want or you want si Inday Sara Duterte will not be impeached, no? Kailangan po iboto kayo ng straight vote kayo sa mga kandidato ni Digong plus ang dalawa si Camille Villar at saka si Amy Marcos para walang problema po. Not only for the impeachment and also for the future mga implementations of projects po. Dyan po sa Senado, sa Congress, at saka sa mga iba-ibang lugar po sa inyong lugar. City ba, probinsya ba, or municipality. Kaya nga, they are now campaigning for straight votes. Hindi lang ang grupo ni Tatay Digong is advocating for straight votes, but nakita din natin ang grupo ni Bongbong Marcos, ang Marcos team, which they call Alyansa para sa Bagong Pilipinas. They are also calling for straight votes. Iba na ang trend ngayon po. Iba na ang trend ngayon. Alright. Now, hindi tayo magtagal itong programa natin dahil mayroon tayong appointment later on. But anyway, mayroon tayo, I have a clip dito, a clipping coming from very well-known professor, political professor po, dyan sa UP, si Professor Winnie Monson. And she was interviewed and a question about before, nag-tutor siya kay Bongbong Marcos. And dito po, there are some issues, revelations also po she made. Itong clippings I'm going to share with you. That's why you have to listen carefully po ang mga salita ni Professor Winnie Monson. Nandito po, I will share this thing with you. Okay, saan na yan Hold on for a while. 236. Nandito po, let's listen to this.
Since you were 16 years old.
Wearing some very short pants.
Absolutely. In LaSalle.
So, Professor, let's talk about economics. That you tutored a student from Oxford in his early 20s for the subject macroeconomics. And that is our incumbent President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. So how many times did you tutor?
I think it was at most twice.
Twice?
Yeah.
Oo. And how many hours were you tutoring
I
him in
think
each of these sessions?
3 hours. 3 hours each time, I think.
And what was it like tutoring him in these
Well,
3-hour sessions?
he was a nice boy, but you see, we started off on the wrong foot because I went to Malacanang. You know, I had a chip on my shoulder this size. You know what I mean?
Yes, Professor.
But I went to Malacanang and I arrived there 10 minutes before our session. And I was waiting and waiting. At 12 o'clock, when we were supposed to have the session, the boy did not appear. And, you know, I got my gander up. I did not, you know. And then at 12:10, I just stood up and I said, I'm leaving.
Why did you leave?
Because, alam mo, in UP, the students wait for the teacher. The teacher does not wait for the students. And so, you know, I was there, you know, almost against my will. And, you know, I had a chip on my shoulder this size. You understand, his father was my ninong in marriage.
With Christian Monson, what was he like as a student?
He was a very nice boy. He was properly apologetic. He was sincere. He looked like he was attentive. But you know, you cannot tutor a child, even a grown man, for 3 hours without his eyes glazing over. And I said, this cannot be. You know, so these are just the simple principles that you must understand. I was a pretty good teacher.
Well, you are one of the best
Probably I am a
teachers
pretty good teacher, but
that the Philippines has ever known.
I enjoy teaching.
So with you tutoring him, Professor
He
Monson,
passed the exam.
there you go.
Apparently he
Oxford.
passed economics, but he did not pass politics.
Alright, that's it. Si Professor Winnie Monson. And she was also asked about the rift between the Marcoses and the Dutertes. Nandito po ang statement niya, ang comment niya po regarding this issue. Let's listen. Let's listen again. Hold on, ha? Okay. Aha, saan na yun? 1-1-1-12. Let's listen to this.
Sa upcoming elections, the Marcos Jr. camp and the Duterte camp. And as we all know, there's an ongoing rift between these two families. And you've been in public service long enough, Professor Monsod, to see many alliances break up and crumble. What do you make now of this rift between President Marcos and Vice President Sara Duterte?
Well, I think the rift between Marcos and Duterte was caused by somebody else. I mean, was caused by somebody, and I will not mention names, who wants to be president and wants to remove Sara Duterte as a candidate. It's obviously not the president. He does not want to be the president, but it is somebody who must be close to the president who wants Sara Duterte out, and that's what has happened. And you see so they want to impeach now Sara Duterte, and it's such a big issue. I know she should be impeached. She is corrupt, etc.
Professor,
Okay, that's it. Ano tayo, no? Narinig natin na tungkol ang rift between the Marcoses and the Dutertes. This time around, I'm going to share with you ang mga interviews dyan po sa Zamboanga. Ang tatlong mayoral candidates po sa Zamboanga. Medyo maganda din, no? Karamihan ng mga Pilipino dito po coming from Zambasuta, Zamboanga, Basilan, Sulu, and Tawi-Tawi. And maybe they want to hear ano ang mga kandidato ng mayor ng Zamboanga has to say. Mayroon silang forum the other day. And let me share with you itong clipping isa-isa. Sandali lang ito. Isa-isa, sandali. The first one is si Negrete ba yun, ang mayor? Kandidato? Let's listen to this.
Elected, sir, what strategies would you implement or legislate to combat corruption and ensure transparency and accountability in the city government?
yes, very good question. As a matter of fact, I think I did mention that on my first answer of your question. My first day in City Hall, I will call the attention of all department heads. And I will try to make them aware, like I said, Republic Act 3019, and that I will not accept any corrupt thing, to happen under my administration. I will not tolerate official accepting any bribery, or nepotism, as far as the department in getting their employees, I will try to make sure that I will be very strict when it comes to nepotism, the effectiveness of the anti-corruption measure. I will make sure that I will emphasize and I will put that in action.
All right, so that
Alright, yan po, isang kandidato ng mayor, and this time around, I will share with you another candidate. Magawa sila during the first 100 days if elected as mayor sa Zamboanga City. Nandito po, si aspirant to be a mayor sa Zamboanga City, si Pete Natividad. Let's listen to him.
in your first 100 days in office, what programs or actions would you prioritize and why?
Well, although the issue really is very big, very, very, very wide to consider, but I have one very important thing to do. It's about human capital development. As a leader and manager, I consider this as an important resource, as an important capital in every organization, because commonly we know about human resource,
financial resource and physical resources. But to me, I include information resources. If we have enough information, time-relevant information, it will contribute me to make a very good decisions that is database, evidence-based, fact-based, and so on. So that will help me make good decisions. But with the absence of human resource, good quality human resource, all these three other sources are useless. All these are in vain. But if we have very good human resource, all these three can be, if they are resourceful, they have initiative, all this can be sourced out. Right? So, but it's better because what I see in local governments, they have the financial resource, they have the human resource, what is this? The financial resource, physical resource, including information resources. But I want to deal on the human aspect in thoughts, in words, and in deeds. Can I just put it in 4H?
Oh, sure.
I want to develop the heart, the head, and the hands, the skills. But without excellent health, definitely all of us will be useless. I look forward to really leveling up. No? Education, health solution. Education will increase productivity. Productivity will improve our economy.
Okay. And how
Alright, yun po si Pete Natividad. And this time around, let's listen to another, the District 1 Congressman, si Krimer Olaso, who is now eyeing for the post of Mayor of Zamboanga City. And let's listen to what he has to say or his answer during the interview dyan po sa Zamboanga. Let's listen to this.
days in office, what programs or actions, sir, would you prioritize and why?
Well, in my first 100 days, my first day in office, number one, security, ma'am. I would have done for mayor if we don't have any security problem in Zamboanga City. It's been too much for me ever since I was a child. Zamboanga City is suffering of security. Now that I'm here already as your first district representative and running for mayor, I see to it that security in Zamboanga must be under control. Security funds must be delegated and obligated to each and every police precinct in Zamboanga City, especially for intelligence. Not only that, even what I'm talking about is intelligence fund must be there with the intelligence so that we can get intelligence informations from the intelligence. Not only that, security funds must be placed at each and every precinct in Zamboanga City. Because it's difficult to run, to correct security, although you have the right person, but you don't have the right material, then you don't have the right equipment, you cannot work with it. As an experienced master mariner in our company, we're always trained. So we must have the right equipment, the right person to run it. And the same thing with Zamboanga City. I want to have the same thing here in order to implement things smoothly.
All right.
Alright, yan po si Congressman Krimer Olaso. And finally, the fourth candidate of Zamboanga City is the District 2 Congressman who is now eyeing for the post of Mayor of Zamboanga City. Let's listen. Let's listen to Manix Delipe, who is the incumbent, he is now the majority leader of the House of Representatives. Let's listen to this.
First 100 days. Of course, I have to meet all the department heads who will be my partners in implementing this policy, new policy direction. Because right now, my brother is the incumbent city mayor, and basing my discussions from him, we have a lot of things to further change in the city of Zamboanga, particularly positive change, which the entire city or all the people should be able to embrace and adopt. Especially, we have to make some sacrifices, especially when we want to solve problems of Zamboanga City. So in the first 100 days, it will be more of bringing everyone in as a team and pushing forward for that vision and the goal of making Zamboanga City a better place.
If you
Alright, yun po si Manix Delipe. kayo na bahala po. Come May 12, whether you like, just choose any four of them to be the mayor. And make sure that the one you are going to choose, yun the right leader po para wala tayong problema sa Zamboanga. Para hindi kita siya ng problema, Alina Zamboanga. Alright, another one I'm going to share with you, another video clip is a party list. The first party list of Zamboanga City. And I'm referring to no other than Rolando Rolly Ledesma Makasayit. Let's listen also to Rolly Makasayit. Nandito po sa kampanya nila. And ano ba yun? 237. Saan ba yun 237? 237. Nandito po. Let's listen to Rolly Makasayit. Okay, yun po, si Rolly Makasayit, the party list. First nominee ng party list nila is SSS GSIS pensionado party list. So, busy-busy yon na mga congressmen natin, eyeing for the post of congressman po. Sana lang po, we are going to have 3 congressmen na sa Zamboanga. District 1, District 2, and isang party list po. So, if you ask me, sa totoo lang po, I can tell you, si Rolly Makasayit is a very good material if we can bring him to the Congress po para sa kabutihan ng Zamboangueño po o mga tao dyan po sa Zamboanga. In terms of education-wise, achievements niya po, he's a bright student. In terms of work experience, dami na siya pong experience holding top position sa gobyerno noon. And if I'm not mistaken, 2-3 years ago, and of lately, he's the president of the SSS, and at the same time of lately, before he filed his candidacy, certificate of candidacy as party list nominees is he was the president of the GSIS. And sa atin ito po, di aton este, and no olvida, si Kerry kita, uno pa, congressman para na sa mga, then Rolly Makasayid is a good materials para sa atin po. So, with this, siguro, sabihin natin, let's continue to listen ang mga statements, mga salita ng mga kandidato natin hanggang sa May 10 yata yon, no? Last day of campaigning. And let's evaluate them. Let's assess them. After that, we make our choice according to our conscience po. Filipinos are not for sale. Filipinos has matured in terms of ito na po, sa politik. Noon siguro kayang-kaya magbola sa atin po. Ngayon, it's very difficult to scam us and at the same time bully us or magbubudol sa atin po. Matalino ng mga Pilipino. And let's be proud of us being a Filipino, intelligent, wise, and smart Filipinos. So, hanggang dito na lang ang programa natin po dahil may mga meetings pa tayo. And I will make sure any updates mayroon tayo regarding sa national candidates, sa local candidates. I will make sure that I'm going to update you immediately. In the meantime, once again, si Nico Fabian would like to say thank you very much for making me a part of your day today. Malaysia, Sabah, the Philippines. God bless us all. And make sure that this long week, working week po, will be a fruitful one for all of us. In the meantime, see you tomorrow. Bye.